coming along very nicely, Mrs. Nielsen. That'll be enough for today.
Oh, let me go up there and try it once before I go in.
I think we'd better stay in the shallow end for a while yet, till you get your confidence.
Please.
All right, go ahead. I'll be watching you.
Okay, here I go.
Make your hair turn gray. When opportunity comes knocking, you just keep on with your rockin', 'cause you know your fortune's made. And if the sun makes you perspire, there's a man that you can hire to plant trees, so you can have shade on Easy Street. I'm telling everyone I meet, if I could live on Easy Street, I wouldn't want no job today. So please go away.
Mr. Gunn, there's a gentleman waiting at the bar to see you. And unless he's a personal friend of yours, I'm going to have to ask him to leave.
Well, I don't know who he is, but why must he leave?
He's not wearing a necktie.
Really?
Now, I've impressed upon Miss Hart several times that any gentleman at the bar must wear a necktie.
Any particular color?
The color is optional for the gentleman.
Leslie, it takes more than a tie to make a gentleman. But if that'll solve the problem, you find a tie for him. Tell him I'll be right back. Waiting for a bus?
Man,
Been waiting long?
years.
Maybe you're standing on the wrong corner.
Oh, no, I checked the schedule. It's the right stuff.
Express or local?
Express, straight through to Dreamsville.
Never heard of the place.
Isn't your type place. All the people who live there are married.
Must be a little rough on the local YWCA.
Pete,
I got a letter in the mail today.
Really? What did it say?
They want me to join a book club.
Are you going to join?
I'll join if you'll join.
Why do you want me to join?
Gee,
Hmm?
it isn't any fun.
What?
Reading alone.
It's only time to read.
Mr. Gunn?
I'll go change.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must talk to you.
Won't you sit down? Care for a drink?
I don't drink. Mr. Gunn, my name is Phil Matterson. I need your help.
What's your problem?
At a coroner's inquest today, they reached a verdict of manslaughter. It involves me. I'm a swimming instructor, and last week I was teaching this woman to swim in her pool she just had put in. I went into the house, left her for a minute, and while I was gone, she drowned.
You mean that even though she couldn't swim, you left her alone in the pool?
In the deep end. The district attorney called it gross negligence.
I should imagine he would.
It wasn't negligence, Mr. Gunn. It wasn't an accident at all. I've taught enough beginning swimmers to know better than to leave them alone. They'll panic every time.
Then why did you leave her?
I don't know.
Mr. Madison, was anyone else around when this happened?
Nobody. Her husband was away someplace. We were alone. You don't leave a woman who can't swim alone in 9 feet of water unless you want her to drown. And yet, I had no reason to leave.
I repeat, why did you leave her?
That's what I want you to find out. Mrs. Nielsen was her name. The house is at the end of Darby Lane. Pool's in the backyard. My address is on the front of this envelope. Inside is a check for your fee. If it's not enough, I can get more.
I'll be in touch. Nielsen?
Yes?
My name is Gunn. I'd like to speak to you for a moment, if I may.
Are you from a music publisher's?
No, I'm a private investigator.
Suppose you want to ask me some questions about my wife's drowning.
If you don't mind.
Oh, I don't blame them. I was giving away $500,000. I'd ask questions, too.
Don't blame them, Mr. Nielsen.
Well, the life insurance company. You are here regarding my wife's policy, aren't you?
No.
No? Oh, come on in. Come on in. calling this funeral waltz for dead Susan. Susan was my wife. I compose waltzes. That's how I laugh and that's how I cry. Compose waltzes. My first impulse when I came home that day and I found that Susan had drowned was to destroy that swimming instructor with my bare fists. I mean, destroy him the way he destroyed her. Then I realized that I was the one who caused her death.
How's that?
Well, didn't I hire him?
Did you?
I did. Should have checked his references more carefully. I should have found out that he was an alcoholic. A confirmed alcoholic, a chronic alcoholic.
What would that have to do with it?
Don't you know?
I'm afraid I don't.
He left Susan alone in the pool to get himself a drink. That's why she drowned. Oh, excuse me.
Hmm?
I'm giving a piano recital of my waltzes tomorrow night. Would you care to attend? It's at the community center, 8 o'clock, free. I'm holding a question and answer session after the recital.
Yes, well, I'll try and make it.
I may be nervous. It's my first.
Mr. Nielsen, if you don't mind my asking, how old was your wife?
In the prime of life, 40.
Why did she wait until so late to take up swimming?
Well, she never had time for it before. She was too busy.
Mr. Nielsen, do you have any reason to suspect that your wife's drowning was not accidental?
Come on in. 34, 35, 36, hi. 37, 38, 39, 40. Oh, boy. Well, there's one thing you'll have to admit, Mr. Gunn. It looks lived in.
I talked to Mr. Nielsen last night.
Oh? What do you have to say?
That you are an alcoholic.
Ex-alcoholic. I haven't had a drink in 12 months.
Except the one you had while Mrs. Nielsen was drowning.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me you left her to get a drink?
I was afraid you wouldn't take the case.
Madison, just what was your relationship with Mrs. Nielsen?
Instructor to student. That's all. Have a seat. Her husband hired me to teach her to swim.
Do you know about your former drinking habits?
Sure.
He says he didn't.
He knew all right. He's a friend of my therapist. That's how I got the job. But I suppose he figured, we all figured, that I was cured. I don't know why I took that drink at Susan's pool.
Susan's pool?
Yeah, Susan. Susan Nielsen. She asked me to call her Susan. It was Susan's pool, Susan's money, and Susan's house. All of it. Her husband is an unemployed, penniless bum. She supported him.
You met Nielsen through your therapist, you say?
A reformed rummy has trouble finding a job, Mr. Gunn. My therapist knew that Nielsen was looking for someone to teach his wife to swim, so he recommended me.
Tell me about your therapist.
Well, his name is Professor Curzon. He's the guy who cured me of my drinking.
Do you still see him?
Last week was my final treatment. He discharged me as cured.
Last week?
The day before Mrs. Nielsen drowned.
Where's his office?
He operates out of his home.
I'll need an address.
Sure. I've got a whole bunch of his calling cards somewhere in here. I got a whole bunch of them in here someplace. He's always trying to get me to pass them out to my friends. Sorry. Here they are.
This yours?
Yeah. Professor Curzon was trying to interest me in archery. Thought it would be good therapy, but I don't care for the sport too much.
Well, I'll be in touch.
Phil Madison. Oh, yes, I remember now. The swimmer. An alcoholic. I remember him well. He came to me for help. But I finally gave up. Had to discharge him as incurable.
Now, how long ago was that, Professor Curzon?
Oh, it must have been 6 months ago or longer. He was an absolute drunk. Lacked motivation, if you know what I mean. Chronic liar, too. Absolute truthfulness is necessary in my type of treatment, Mr. Gunn.
And what type of treatment is that, Professor?
The best.
This is the one, Lieutenant.
What's he calling himself this time?
Professor Curzon claims he's a therapist.
On his last indictment, he was Professor Samuels. Professor Pierce was the alias he used before that. Man of many names.
Confidence man?
And no therapist. Although he uses a cute little gimmick to make people think he is.
Like?
Hypnotism. He hocus-pocuses people into thinking he's the greatest.
Why?
Huh?
Lieutenant, could I borrow the police psychiatrist for a few minutes? I'd like to ask him a couple of questions.
What's on your mind?
Well, it's not my mind I want to ask him about.
Yes, I'd say that under certain conditions, you can cure an alcoholic by hypnotizing him.
Well, look, Doctor, if you tell someone under hypnosis to do something when they wake up, will they remember being told?
Most likely not.
Will they do what you told them to do?
That depends.
On what?
On what you tell the subject to do. In the trance, you tell the subject that when he awakes, he'll perform a certain act at a certain moment, and he'll do it, provided the act doesn't run counter to any personal moral values.
For instance?
Well, you can't make an honest man steal or a peaceful man murder.
Well, it was a good theory, Pete.
Yeah.
What was, Lieutenant?
Well, Pete thought that this phony professor we were telling you about might have hypnotized the swimming instructor into allowing Mrs. Nielsen to drown against his will.
Good possibility. A good possibility, Lieutenant.
You just said that it could...
Aha! The subject can't be made to do anything he wouldn't normally do. But remember, your swimming instructor is an ex-alcoholic. Under hypnosis, taking a drink could conceivably be quite normal for him, even appealing.
All right. Let's say we give him post-hypnotic suggestion. We tell him that as soon as she crosses into the deep end of the pool, he must have a drink. All right, next day, as she's crossing into the deep end, he suddenly feels an irresistible impulse to have that drink. It becomes a compulsion. Regardless of the consequences, he must have that drink. So he leaves her alone in the deep end of the pool. He drinks, she drowns.
And the swimming instructor can't tell you why he left her alone. He has no conscious memory of the hypnotic suggestion. As a matter of fact, no one can tell you why he went to fetch that drink.
Except the hypnotist.
I tell you, he doesn't know a thing. And no way for him to find out.
Well, why was he asking me all those questions? And you say he was over here talking to you.
Peter Gunn is a fool. He probably came to see me because I fired an arrow at him.
You what?
I just wanted to scare him a little.
Well, now he'll be all the more suspicious.
So what? He can't prove anything. Oh, it'll be kicks watching him try, if you know what I mean. Personally, I'm looking forward to seeing Mr. Gunn again. So that again, I can make a fool of him. What is life without a few kicks, Nielsen?
Well, now we must do away with Peter Gunn.
He's more fun alive.
I can't afford to get caught, Curzon.
Taking chances makes the adrenaline flow, Nielsen. Personally, I thrive on flowing adrenaline.
Now, listen here. I paid you to kill my wife for a perfectly noble cause. I need that insurance money. I mean, my music must be published. I have to pay for that recital tonight. I mean, the world needs my music. You listen to me. I can't get caught, you hear? I can't get caught.
Something?
Ditch pipe.
Ditch what?
Pipe. Lieutenant?
Waltz recital. Mr. Oliver Nielsen will play his own original waltzes on the piano. Community Theater, 8 p.m. Free, Thursday. Tonight.
There'll be a question and answer session after the recital. You like waltzes, Lieutenant?
Thank you. Thank you. And now, for my final selection, I shall play a waltz composed in memory of a dear departed loved one. I call this Funeral Waltz for a Dead Susan. Thank you, Susan, for making all this possible. How'd you like it? I think she would have liked it.
We found Professor Curzon, Mr. Nielsen.
He treated Susan's death as if it were a joke. I had to kill her. I mean, she threatened to leave me. I mean, to cut off my allowance if I didn't quit sitting around the house all day wasting time. I mean, poor Susan. She felt that the composing of beautiful waltzes was a waste of time. And she hated string quartets. Can you imagine what a loss it would have been to the world if Mrs. Strauss had felt that way?